I want to talk about something very serious, something that nobody really thinks about, but when it's done, all the things, they come up to the surface and it's really hard on absolutely everyone around you. I think I'm going to make it a series, and what I'm going to talk about is a very serious topic. I'm going to talk about consequences of infidelity or adultery for a husband, wife, children, and church. I want to separate all those because husband is affected differently than wife, and children and church affected absolutely differently. And to make it in one video, it will be a little bit too much and the video will be very, very long. So today I want to talk about how it affects men, husbands. First of all, let me say something about the cheating side, about the woman. Woman's brain is built to tolerate a lot. And for a good woman to cheat is a long and thoughtful process. If you've been married to her for some time, you have children together, everything was fine, and then she just cheated on you, believe me, this is not something that she just decided to do today and went and did it. So obviously something had to happen and continue happening for a very long time. I am not at all trying to justify the cheater. All I'm trying to say to you is that there is no smoke without the fire. When a man and a husband gets cheated on, he absolutely loses his manhood. The woman that was his for many, many years prefers someone else now. So a husband usually just loses the meaning of life. Everything he was doing for her all these years, he was trying and working and saving, and maybe they had plans obviously for life together, everything just getting destroyed. And he becomes a broken man that will never be the same. Whether he decides to forgive or move on and marry someone else in the future, he will never be the same. And he will need a lot of time to heal. So we're starting with consequences for a husband. And number one is he will always feel like he is not good enough. He will become so self-conscious. Again, regardless him staying or leaving. Number two, this is a big one because he will always be triggered. It doesn't matter if he left the wife and he remarried again, believe me, he will always be triggered. I'll explain. If she's out of the house and he's calling her once, twice, 3 times and she's not picking up, let's say she's driving or her phone is on silent mode or whatever, she's at work, she's not picking up, he gets triggered by that because that happened when his wife was cheating on him. And then when she finally calls back and like, oh, sorry baby, I missed your call, he's angry with her. He is enraged because it triggered him, and she doesn't understand why he's yelling at her, and she will be the victim. She'll be like, I don't know what I've done. There are countless scenarios of being triggered. Number 3, he will never fight for her or for another woman again. If she thinks, the woman that cheated, that when he found out about the guy she slept with, he's gonna want her more, he's gonna fight for her, he'll be like, but you're my wife, stay with me. No, guys do not act like that. He will not fight for her. She clearly showed him that she picked another man. Her actions have killed the man in him. Number 3, biggest trust issues. Yes, trust is a foundation of any relationship. If there's no trust, there's no relationship. You might always have trust issues even with the new wife. She could just take the phone to the toilet just to answer some text messages or to do something for work while she's on the toilet, and he could already be angry with her because he doesn't trust that sort of action. Number 5, and this is an interesting one because he can turn into a control freak, especially if he decides to forgive his wife and stay in the marriage and work on it. And examples with the phone. She's on the phone, she's talking to her sister, and he will always ask, who are you talking to? She's going to the shop. Where are you going to? How long are you going to be there? I'm coming with you. Call me when you're there. FaceTiming all the time. You go anywhere, FaceTime. It's cool. And when you don't understand you messed up, but you don't deserve this sort of behavior, because when a person forgives and gives marriage another chance, this shouldn't be happening. So he just suffocates the woman with control to the point that she's not allowed to breathe on her own. That's very destructive for both. And the last one I could think of is depression and anxiety. Obviously, depression and anxiety is something that would hit anybody who is involved in this situation. And it's understandable because the only person you trust the most betrayed you. Event like that will take you to a very dark place, and only God can take you out of there, because if you trust him with your life and you ask for his help, only God can help you. These were consequences of a man being cheated on, but now you're going to ask yourself, what's next? First of all, I really truly think that you need to give yourself time before you even discuss things with her. You should definitely separate yourself to at least a different room if you have that room, just to have your own space and to think. And just remember that divorce isn't always a final decision. And sometimes couples become stronger after repentance and forgiveness takes place. And both of those things are almost impossible without the love of God and without strong relationship with God. If a man decides to divorce his wife, my advice to you, please do not rush into new marriage. Do not rush to look for a new wife. I understand being single after so many years of being married is wild and very unusual. I understand that. But please give yourself time and do not rush into new relationship. So take your time and heal. Now this video turned out very long already and I have more to say, but this is going to be my advice to women that did cheat on their husbands, and if husband decide to forgive you, then your next steps are, and this will be in the next video. I hope this video was helpful. Share it with your friends. Write in the comments if you agree or don't agree. Maybe you have something to add. Maybe I missed something. Communicate back with me. God bless you.